Welcome on into another episode of Getting Well with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry. That's Nick. And we are back. I received some messages, some comments on YouTube, people saying, what happened? The show was great. And so when you get comments like that, I just decided we'll come back. So Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Weekends will kind of be, if there's a show, there's a show. If not, there's not. But people like the weekday shows. So Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, we are back. So we'll start right in with the first game that we have today. Dallas Stars are heading to Pittsburgh. You can get Dallas plus 110, plus 100 to plus 115. Pittsburgh minus 125 to minus 138. 6.5s. I see 1-6 there available in this one. For me, Pittsburgh is a team I can't step in front of right now. 10-1-1 in their last 12 games, on their second 5-game winning streak in their last 12 games. They're just playing so well right now. Dallas, not a team I particularly look to fade. Obviously, they're one of the top 3 teams in the Central so far this year, and they've played great hockey for most of the year. But I just don't like the spot for them in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh 4-0-1 in the last 5 home meetings against Dallas, and this Penguins team is just too hot. So I have to take them here on the money line. I won't be surprised if this is a close game. Tristan Jarry against Ottinger. Maybe a lean with the under as well. But for me, it's Penguins money line here. I like the home favorites in this one. Nick, Stars, Penguins, what do you think here?
I think a draw could be interesting in this game as well, something like 2-2, because I have this game as a 0.19 goal differential, 3.03 to 2.84 in favor of the Dallas Stars. So it's a slight lean towards the road squad in this one here, but I saw a little bit more of an edge on the total in this one. I have this game projected for 5.88 goals, and I was expecting, when I was looking at, after I capped this game, I was expecting to look at my book and see a 6 at like minus 105 or whatever, thinking, okay, whatever. It was a 6.5. So I immediately jumped on that under 6.5. I think it was minus 113 or something along those lines. I like the under in this spot here. Both these goaltenders have been good. Yari's been slightly above average. Now he's been playing a lot better as of late. And Ottinger is he's a good goaltender. I think everybody overhyped him a little bit heading into the season, and we've seen him come back down to earth a little bit this season. So he's been a good goalie. He's not been an elite goalie like we were all expecting him to be. But this Dallas Stars team has been really good offensively, which has really helped. But I do like this game to stay under. I have this as like a 3-2, 4-2 type of game. So I took under 6.5 in this spot. Maybe a little bit of a draw action here, the 2-2 tie at the end of regulation.
All right. Yes, Dallas has been going to overtime their last few games. So they broke their no winning by 2 streak because they had won all 14 of their games by 2. And now they've won back-to-back overtime games. So we'll see what happens here. Heading to the next game, we have the Calgary Flames and the Montreal Canadiens in this one. Sorry, my Bluetooth, my soundbar on my TV is going off. Someone connected to it from some random spot. So it's a little bit weird. People listening to the show through the my Bluetooth soundbar, so that's kind of weird. But going into this game, Calgary Flames, Montreal Canadiens. Calgary minus 200 to minus 227. Montreal plus 180 to plus 185. 6s right across the board in this one here. One of the 2 games on the slate today that I'm passing on. I don't really have too much of a feel for this one. I don't like the odds for Calgary on the road being minus 200. I don't really have any interest in taking Montreal either in this one, and total. Markstrom and Allen makes me lean to the over. So if I was forced to play something in this game, I'd be taking the over. But a pass for me. I like 3 of the other 4 games on the slate won't be a shocker in the game I don't like, but I'm sure Nick likes something, and we'll get to that later. But Flames of Montreal, Canadiens, what do you think here?
Yeah, I agree with your look on this game as well. I'm not interested in this one at all. Just slight lean towards an under because I do have this game projected for 5.66 goals, and it was at a 6. I just had to adjust my numbers because I saw it was Markstrom. I projected Vladar earlier today, so still not enough for me to go ahead and pull the trigger. But if I had to do anything in this game, it would be a look towards the under in this spot. And there may be a little bit of value here with the Montreal Canadiens as a home underdog, but that was also not another spot that I just didn't see enough value to go after. So this one was a pass for me as well.
All right. We will move into the next one. We have the New Jersey Devils and the New York Rangers. In this one, you can get New Jersey minus 105 to minus 119. The Rangers, minus 104 to minus 115. Sixes right across the board in this one here. Devils, if you've been fading them, you've been losing money. Obviously, last game against the Islanders, no, but no team is going to win every single game. They are going to lose games. I kind of like that the Devils lost that game against the Islanders because I think it provides a good bounce back spot in this game. New Jersey 18-2-1 in their last 21 games. So they have just played elite hockey to start the season. They have had their issues with the Rangers over the years, but they ended that with a 5-3 win in New York on November 28th. I was on the Devils in that game as well. Despite losing in Madison Square Garden for so long, they were able to win there. 11-1 on the season is New Jersey on the road. The one game they did lose was the very first game of the year against Philadelphia. Obviously, the Devils didn't get off to the best start, losing 3 of their first 4 games, but nobody remembers that at this point of the year. That's forgotten now. I have to take the Devils here. The Rangers have won their last 3 games, but St. Louis, a very beat-up Colorado team, and a Vegas Golden Knight team that has been much better on the road than at home this year. But I will give them the 5-1 win against Vegas was obviously a good win. But the wins against St. Louis and Colorado, not so impressive. I think they come here at home and face a very good Devils team that will beat them here. Jack Hughes, anything involving Jack Hughes, if you can, same game parlay. I will probably be having Jack Hughes and the Devils to win. Parlay together, Jack Hughes to get a point, and the Devils to win, which will push that to plus money. Is basically something I'll have on my card. And then obviously I have Devils money line. Nick, Devils, your favorite team in the New York Rangers. What do you think here in this one?
Yeah, the truther of the New York Rangers and exposing their their flaws that I've been able to do. This is also, the Rangers are coming in off of 3 wins, as you mentioned. This was also a team that the previous 2 games before that lost at home to the Ottawa Senators and the Chicago Blackhawks. So no, this is not a team playing well. They beat up a Blues team that is massively underperformed this year, which I'm very disappointed in. They beat up a Vegas team, which I think that was Vegas's first game back after a long road trip, if I'm not mistaken. And they went to a shootout against what I'm considering the Colorado Eagles at this moment because half their team is injured. So they've ran into a couple good spots. Now they're playing another real team again. I'm on New Jersey in this spot. It's not a huge edge in this game for me, but it was enough for me to pull the trigger. I have this game at 1.97 to 2.7. So I saw a little bit of an edge, thinking maybe the Devils should have been more around minus 120, minus 130 in this game, rather than a pick 'em in this spot. So I think that this is a cheap fade. Yeah, I know you just want to fade me in general. Which how's that going? I'm up 25 units this year, so have fun with that. But I like the New Jersey Devils here on the road in this spot. They're the better overall team, and I think I saw a line today. Someone in one of the group chats mentioned, which tells you how good the Rangers have been this year. I wonder what was their odds before the season to make the playoffs. It's now a pick 'em at minus 110 on either side. So the odds are saying that it's a coin toss that they even make the playoffs. So I like the Devils in this spot here. They're playing better hockey, and I think coming off that loss against the Islanders, they're going to be ready to go. Plus, they've had a few days to sit on that.
All right. Isaacs, you can say about fading Nick's hate for the New York Rangers, but I'm on the Devils tonight too, and there is a lot of good smart cappers that are on the Devils as well. So, I agree with Nick in this one. And then Richie finds that funny, fade Nick. And then Richie asks, what's the boost for hockey tonight? And that's the thing. Everybody caps differently. So if you read the description of the video and the description on the channel, I specifically wrote everyone caps differently. Me and Nick, completely different cappers. IceX, completely different than both me and Nick. Everybody caps differently. And as long as we all make money, that's what matters in the end. DX, hello, friends, and Earls. Of course, you can't include Earls with the friends. You have to put them separately.
That's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
I understand that.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll move on to the game of the night. Game of the year. We have the Anaheim Ducks and the Ottawa Senators in this one. You can get Anaheim plus 185 to plus 192. Ottawa minus 215 to minus 256. 6.5s right across the board. And the game of the year, I am passing. I have absolutely zero interest in betting on this game whatsoever. Ottawa is a minus 2 up to minus 250 favorites. I would love to take the underdog in this one with the Anaheim Ducks, but I can't throw my money away by betting on the Ducks because most of the time when you do bet on Anaheim Ducks, you are throwing your money away. So this game is ultimately a complete pass for me. Nick, the best game of the year. What do you think about it? I'm sure you have something on it.
I do like this game. I do. And I have this game projected for 6.91 goals. So I did take the over 6.5 in this spot because I see the Senators scoring 5 of their own tonight because the Senators team, when I look at their numbers, I'm expecting their offense to start firing at all cylinders at this point. And going up against a Ducks team that has only managed to hold one team in one game of the last 10 to a team under 3 expected goals against. This is a team that's giving up a lot of chances and giving up opportunities to the other team to score goals. And when you're getting below average goaltending from either Gibson or Stolarz for that matter, goals are going to go in the back of the net. I see the Senators scoring at least 4, maybe 5 tonight. I am on the Senators -1. I think I got that at like $1.49. So it was a little bit juiced for Sens -1. But I do see them winning this game pretty emphatically and putting up at least 5 goals of their own in this game. So I'm on the over 6.5 as well as the Sens -1.
All right. And moving on to what is actually the game of the night. We have the Edmonton Oilers and the Minnesota Wild in this one. You can find Edmonton plus 100 to plus 112. Minnesota minus 120 to minus 133. 6.5s right across the board in this one here. It's December 12th. And this is the third time these two teams are facing in December over the last 12 days. The Wild will finish their regular season schedule against Edmonton. NHL schedule makers. I don't know why the Wild and Oilers had to face each other 3 times in 12 days, but I guess that is up to them. And Wild won the first game at home. Edmonton won the second game at home. Now we're back in Minnesota. No big surprise here. I am on the Wild. And over the next 13 days until Christmas, you're going to hear me on the Wild a lot. But everybody that says I can't bet against the Wild, wait until the new year. Wait till after Christmas. Because there's a very good chance I will actually bet against the Wild once.
I need to see
You
who
do
they're
it
playing.
once.
I need to see who
I
they're
will at
playing.
least be off them because the Wild will be facing Dallas and Winnipeg,
Oh.
and then St. Louis
There it is.
after Christmas. So those are 3 games that I cannot, in my good mind, recommend anybody betting the Wild. So you will not hear me recommending the Wild, recommending to bet the Wild at least after the Christmas break. But until Christmas, this is the Wild's chance to go on a bit of a run here. This game against Edmonton, Chicago, Anaheim, and San Jose are on the horizon. I think the Wild get the revenge over the loss against Edmonton here, but I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. The Wild did go under against the Canucks, and that's partly Spencer Martin's fault. It could have been 3 or 4-0 Minnesota in just the first period, but of course Spencer Martin had to get in the way of that. So the game ultimately ended up staying under, but the Wild and Gustafsson did hurt the over as well to start the second period. Vancouver came out very strong, and Gustafsson kind of shut the door down. So he kind of ruined the over as well. But Minnesota's been an over team. Edmonton's been an over team. I like the over 6.5. I like the Wild money line. I like Kaprizov anytime goal plus 115. But my bargain pick of the day is Connor Dewar to score a goal for the Minnesota Wild, available at plus 650 at Bet365. Obviously, shop around. Some books have it like plus 300. Bet365 has it at plus 650. Connor Dewar has a goal in 3 of his last 5 games. And it was really funny and watching the post game, during the game post period interview. One of the Wild reporters asked, or one of the media guys asked Dewar, why do you have so much success on the penalty kill? And he says he loves being a penalty killer. He's been a penalty killer his whole hockey playing career since he was a kid. And he says that's what he wants to be known for, is being a penalty killer. So he leads the league in shorthanded goals. Edmonton's going to get some power plays. Dewar's been hot. I like this game to go over. Connor Dewar plus 650 to score. He can also score when he's not shorthanded as well. But be careful when he is shorthanded. I like the Wild in this one, and I like a lot of goals in tonight's game. Nick, Edmonton Oilers, Minnesota Wild. A little birdie may have told me that you have a different opinion on this game, but what do you think here? Oilers and Wild.
No comment. Next question. No, and this is just strictly what my numbers gave me, and it gave me that I have this game projected 3.41 to 2.72 in favor of the Edmonton Oilers, and I have Stuart Skinner versus Marc-Andre Fleury. I see the goalie advantage with Skinner in this game, the way that both these goalies have played so far this year. And my ultimate question is, after seeing what we saw from Gustafsson, why not give him a shot to be the starter for a little bit? And I know you have Marc-Andre Fleury on the other side, but I see Gustafsson as potentially the better goalie between the two so far this season. So I would have preferred the Wild tonight with Gustafsson in net rather than Fleury. But I took a shot at the plus 109 with the Oilers in this game because my projections showed there was value on that line.
Yeah,
and I was actually leaning Wild in the last game. I'm mad I didn't pull the trigger on it. My numbers like the Wild with Gustafsson.
Okay. Yes, Flower. That is it. He has struggled. He's given up 5 goals in each of his last 3 games, and has given up 3+ in 6 straight games. So that's a reason why I like the over. But I think we could have like a 5-4, 6-5 type of win for the Wild here. We'll see what happens tonight. Going on to what is one of my favorite games of the day, betting wise. We have the Nashville Predators and the St. Louis Blues in this one. Obviously, the Blues played yesterday during the day, and they lost to the Colorado Eagles, as Nick called them. And Nick, you called them the Colorado Eagles, but you still put your money on them. And props to you because that cashed yesterday. I was leaning with Colorado in the hockey group chat we're in. I said the day before, I'm like, someone talked me off betting Colorado, and it was at plus money at that time. The next day when I thought about betting them, they were minus 120, minus 125. So I ended up staying off, but obviously Colorado won. Now St. Louis on a back-to-back against this Nashville Predators team. You can get Nashville minus 110 to minus 130. St. Louis minus 102 to plus 101. Sixes right across the board in this one. I'm not exactly sure why St. Louis opened up as a favorite in this game, but I got Nashville money line at plus 100. Basically, fade St. Louis when they're on their losing streaks, because they seem to go on winning streaks and losing streaks. And they did have the one game there where they did win, but right back to losing. Thomas Greiss, 3-11-1 against Nashville in his career with an .882 save percentage, 3.65 goals against. Look at what he's done this year. That's give up 3+ goals a game. I think this is a great spot for the Predators on the road here, and I got them at plus 100. Obviously now, minus 110, I would still take them because I like the Predators to win this game. If you wanted to go the next step further and take Predators in regulation, you could probably get a nice plus price with that. And you know what? I'm probably going to add that after the show. Let's take a quick look while we're here. Plus 121 to plus 134 at Caesars or Pinnacle. So you're looking at over plus 120 for Preds in regulation. Not a bad bet in my mind. Nick, Predators, Blues. Should we be fading the Blues in the spot?
Yeah. Real quick, do you have that breaking news video that I sent you at all, or no? All right,
I don't have it put up. No,
I've got some breaking news. I know this is a hockey show right now, but this is the world of baseball we're going to talk about for a second, and it's Terry Edelman's Toronto Blue Jays finally making a move. The Toronto Blue Jays have signed right-handed pitcher Chris Bassitt to a 3-year, $63 million contract. That's a great move for them. I just want to put that out there. He did pitch with the Mets last year. He was honestly the most consistent arm the Mets had all season long. He was healthy and he pitched. He was a consistent guy that you can rely on every 5 days. So shout out to the Blue Jays. That was an awesome signing by them. Now into the Predators and the Blues, and feels weird because I'm agreeing with Terry again. I am on the Nashville Predators in this game, and it's mainly a fade of the big question mark of the St. Louis Blues goaltending for me. That's been keeping me betting against the Blues because I did take the Avalanche yesterday, and I did take the Preds today. Saros has been a slightly above average goaltender. Greiss has been pretty bad. I have this game projected 3.84 to 2.87. So if you guys wanted to, you can -1 the Preds. You can regulation line them. You can puck line them. I think they win this game by multiple goals. Also, I have this game projected for 6.72 goals. If this wasn't a 6.5, I'd be more. Oh, it is a 6. I'm interested in that over. I don't know why I didn't see that over as a potential play here. I also kind of lean over in this game, over 6. Because I have this game projected for 6.7 goals. So I may look to add the over 6 in this game as well, because I see that I can see the Predators getting 4 goals in this game and the Blues being able to put up a couple as well. So a little lean towards the over as well. May make that a play for me.
All right. Yeah, at a 6. It's surprising that it's at a 6.
Yeah.
DX asked Richie, "Are you on Twitter?" And Richie said, "No, I need to be though." Richie, yes, get on Twitter. Why aren't you? It's good for, especially for sports betting. There's a group chat we can put you in, hockey betting chat. It's Twitter's great for that. IceX likes Preds -1.5. Bro likes donut sardines and crusty kale. Crystal Craig says it's a good ad, adding in Chris Bassitt. So Crystal agrees with you, Nick, there in that one.
Yeah.
DX says get on Twitter and follow him at Gamblestein.dx or GambleSteinDX. And he can put you in the chat. So for anybody that is interested in getting in the chat, message DX. But going on to BetStamp, use code WILD in the referral code section. do your line shopping. Obviously, BetStamp is the app I bring up to show people all the different odds. So make sure to use code WILD in the referral code section. If you want my premium plays or Nick's premium plays on picks and parlays, also earlsportsbets.com. The link is in the description below. Nick, what do you have up on the site today? Anything?
College basketball.
Hockey-wise?
Yeah, college basketball and hockey and NBA.
All right. So make sure to get our premium plays there. Best bets for today. I like Nashville. I really like Nashville. I really like the Dewar goal score prop. I'm not going to give a plus 650. And it's funny because when I was on Ice Guys, I ended up going with Islanders in regulation, which obviously didn't cash. But I said that I really liked that Shane Wright goal scoring prop, but I didn't want to give a plus 625 as my best bet. Now we're in the same situation. I love the Connor Dewar goal scoring prop. I'm not going to give a plus 650 as my best bet. I'll go Nashville money line in this one. I like them to beat the Blues. Nick, best bet for today. What do you think?
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'll go with Ottawa, Anaheim over 6.5, with a close second being the Dallas Pittsburgh under 6.5. I expect goals in Ottawa and Anaheim. I expect 4 to 5 by the Senators alone. So Senators and Ducks over 6.5.
All right. Apparently, DX doesn't want any serial killers in the hockey chat. I don't know why that serial killers can't know hockey picks as well.
I know, right?
I guess if you're a serial killer, please don't message to.
You can follow me at Jeffrey Dahmer Picks on Twitter.
Yeah, basically. Richie will do. Thanks. DX says IceX can come back, and IceX laughs. IceX says he misses the chat, but he's annoying. You're not annoying, but you do have very interesting capping styles with fading people, but everybody's allowed to do their thing. I disagree with a lot of what Nick says a lot of the time, but we all disagree. That's how it's going to be. Shane Wright was a good bet. Thanks, DX. Much appreciated. And I've offended potential serial killer. Forgive him. So
wow, you just lost all potential serial killers supporting this channel.
Yeah. Thanks, DX. Thanks, DX. That is a show. So best of luck to everybody today. We are back Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, smash the like button. Appreciate all the support. Best of your luck on your bets tonight. And we'll see you again tomorrow for another episode again of Wild with Terry and Friends. Best of luck, guys.